Oh my god.
I really need to make this fucking money.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I'm done. Why am I poisoning? What? Why am I toxic? Why am I toxic? Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. So why? Anybody who says they have Apple. Anybody who says they have Apple. We made $1 and lost 1 subscriber. So you guys earn 3 minutes of commercials. I don't spill my fingers. I touch my face. Did something that's a twitch. Did something that's a twitch. Got no bitch in my blood. 0 bitch in my blood. Honestly, straight life in people's faces. I don't spill my fingers, right?
That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill. That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it.
Why am I toxic?
You're the fucking
Why am I toxic?
You're the fucking
Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser.
I'll admit it. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Gonna chop his ass up. My children are going hungry. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. My superpower is being honest, and I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out, and I will eat your ass.
I learned a lot. And I learned that, I learned a lot. Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is, I learned so much. I learned so much. I learned black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things. Come on, man. I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap, not kids jumping on my lap. Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we, nuts? Dead. You know, come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know, come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man. According and he ran a bunch of bad boys. I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids, wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am,
Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him?
I'd tell him eat and stick the American flag in his fucking ass because he's a fucking traitor, son of a bitch, old fucking feeble-minded fucking lord. And Donald Trump is my nigga.
Now remember, you have no regard for human life, most especially women, because they have the organs that you wish that you had. So you want to make a suit from them.
Are we good now? Is there anything else that you want?
I want a gun.
What?
You heard me. I want a gun.
Robin, you're not getting a gun, all right? That goes against everything I stand
Evan,
for.
you have an entire utility belt of tools, of batarangs, of smoke bombs. What do I have? I have a fucking grappling hook on a rope.
Robin, the gun is the weapon of the enemy.
Yeah, because they fucking kick ass. I mean, just think about it. The next time we fight some goons, they're gonna look at me and not think, wow, that guy's wearing a really tight Speedo. They're gonna think, wow, don't fuck with Robin. That guy's got a gun.
All right, Robin, we'll talk about it.
White women are dangerous because white people are dangerous. They are, by the nature of their DNA, potential domestic terrorists.
Here's why the 5-second rule works. Because when you start thinking for longer than 5 seconds, you're immediately not thinking with your dick and also thinking with this pesky thing up here that we like to call our brain.
Welcome everybody. How y'all doing? Give me just a couple seconds. And this will go. Actually, here. Let me take it off the screen.
It's to go in round 2.
The only thing I'd like to see from Dontel in round 3 is a higher output, a sense of urgency
What is
for
this?
the finish. It's unique, creative striking. The hit bone.
Right, there we go. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing all right and refueled.
Okay, so before we dive too deep into the other topics, have you guys been paying attention to what's been going on with the whole Kanye West situation?
Oh, you mean how he's anti-Semitic now, and he made anti-Semitic people come out in California and say Kanye was right about the Jews, man. The Jews ruined everything.
Fuck. Actually, I saw somebody. What was it? Ethan Klein. Yeah, because we'll talk about him later.
Well, I can't wait.
I'm going to take a dab really quick. Explain the California thing to everybody, Vic.
Oh, you don't know?
I'm smoking. Come on.
Oh, well, apparently, ever since Kanye said his comment about the Jews, apparently it's given a rise to anti-Semitic people to come out in California. So you know how people, were protesting for the freedom convoys earlier this year? Well, they were sort of doing the same thing, but for saying Kanye was right and doing the Nazi salute and that ass. There are photos of those actually happening with people doing the Nazi salutes and saying Kanye was right on the freeway. And I'm not making this shit up. I wish I was.
See, my thing is, I think Kanye believes in some crazy ass anti-Semitic shit, right? Like I fully believe that. Yeah. I think Kanye West believes in a ton of crazy ass shit beyond just the anti-Semitic stuff, right? So what my problem is, you're Kanye West, right? In your head, you think the Jews really control the fucking world, right? So you start making these statements, and then all of a sudden, what happens? Chase decides to shut down your bank account. You have this interview pulled down off of the internet entirely. Not just pulled down. If you try to upload it onto your Google Drive, Google is purging it. And I'm going like, why? Like, why are
That's
they doing
really
that?
weird, actually. Wait, is that actually
very?
Yes. Kanye Champ's removed video, MP4, contains content that may violate Google Drive's hate speech policy.
How? Dude,
yeah,
Google Drive,
I'm surprised they
private?
even have one because you can put almost anything on a Google Drive.
Literally, Google is going to go into your Google Drive and check and see the content you're uploading, and if they don't like it, they'll purge it. And I've seen
that's fucked up.
People are actually defending Google on this one. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
I mean, unless it's like seriously illegal content, like
if it's child porn, yeah, 100%. That makes yeah. But that's not what this is. That's not what this is.
Because sometimes Google will probably let that slide. You don't more than
I'm
this.
sure they have. I mean,
Twitter's like slide more than this. Twitter was contacted by a child abuse victim, right? And said his nudes were being circulated around Twitter that were taken of him when he was a minor, when he was underage, to actual child porn. And Twitter said, "Nope, fuck you, we're keeping it up." Do you know how quickly Twitter got rid of Kanye West when he said he was going to go to DEFCON 3 against the Jews? It took him less than 24 hours to get rid of his account. But actual child porn, well, it doesn't really violate their policy.
Shows where their priorities are at, which is kind of concerning.
Oh,
but
100%.
What else do you expect from a big corporation?
Well, it's not just the big corporation. Did you not see the shit that happened with President Biden and the fucking Dylan Mulvaney bitch?
No.
Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, so this is my understanding of who Dylan Mulvaney is, and I don't want anyone to say that I am being transphobic or anything, because this is all the information I have, and if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the chat. Dylan Mulvaney, up until 1 or about 2 years ago, fully identified as a man. Since stating that they are trans and are a woman, and that's how they identify, Dylan Mulvaney has uploaded a bunch of clips that has pissed off and outraged some women, right? Because it's this person who's, how do I say this without getting in trouble? It's this person running around like hiking in high heels and prancing through a field of flowers and overreacting to fucking bugs and shit like that. And it's like this very like stereotypical 1950s kind of what a woman is. And so according to the user Mama Crow, who I have no affiliation with other than a familial tie, says he has been a girl for less than 200 days.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Say what?
Biden had Dylan Mulvaney come to the White House, and Dylan Mulvaney and Joe Biden discussed about how important it is to do child sex change operations, right? Because
of course Biden is good with child sex. I mean,
well, I mean, yes, 100%, dude. The fact that Biden's daughter's diary has been authenticated by the fucking FBI, right? Based on a fucking federal trial, right? The diary is real. In that diary, Joe Biden's daughter says daddy came into the shower and molested her. I don't know how these motherfuckers, like, you know how they have those like photos that they're always sending around of Trump with his daughter, and it's like he's kissing her and it's like, oh wow, that looks pretty fucking weird, right? And they'll share it around, they'll call him a fucking pedophile, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do the same thing. There's that one photo of Trump with Epstein from like, I don't know, the late 90s, early 2000s.
It's like late 90s, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really old photo. And they share that around and goes, this is proof he's a pedophile. But fucking Biden's daughter, right? Like that was the big way that they walked around this shit was that the diary must be fake, right?
Yeah, see, that's the thing I hate.
Diary. Yeah, but now it's been authenticated, and they're just like all ignoring it and pretending it's not.
Would they even be that skeptical if it was like an allegation against like Trump or
no? They believe it in a fucking heartbeat. That's what I'm saying. They'd run with it.
Look at the situation in Florida. I don't want to pull up the clip because the guy's face is really, really fucked up. But I don't know if it was a Marco Rubio supporter in Florida. I guess they went into a blue area and they were canvassing, for votes, right? Trying to flip the district. And so, according to the camp for the Republicans, they claim that their staffer got jumped by these like vicious anti-Republican people. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Jussie Smollett thing, right?
Oh boy.
Like this is MAGA country. Because according to them, the people said like Republicans aren't allowed here or something like that, right? The difference is it's a heavy blue area and the guy's face is legitimately fucked up. Like he needs reconstructive surgery. They screwed up his jaw, right? So
let me ask you this. You said his face is fucked up. I'm gonna send something in the group chat and tell me if it's as fucked up as this.
Oh, I don't want to. I'm eating right now. Is it really bad?
No, it's not terrible.
Let me see this. Oh. What happened to him? Is that you, Redsky?
No, that's Aiden.
Oh.
Aiden Projects.
Oh, okay. What happened to him? Did he have acne?
This image isn't that bad, actually.
Yeah. Are you serious, dude?
No.
No, not the one.
Man.
The one you sent's probably really bad. This image is. I can show this on screen.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Okay, this is him.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No, that's not. Yeah. No, the one I sent was 10 times worse.
So he was walking around passing out flyers when he got jumped by these people. And apparently he was wearing a bunch of Marco Rubio fucking campaign gear. Now, here's the thing. I don't like Marco Rubio. I think he's a pussy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like him either. Go ahead, Carl.
I was just going to say, though, like, the fact that his staffer got, like, a beat down on him, right? That's awful.
Fucked up.
That's really bad.
Very.
Yeah, it's the problem. I guess they're defending the attacker, right? By claiming that this guy was like harassing people in the neighborhood, and he's like a white supremacist or some stupid shit. I'm going like,
how?
I don't, dude. This is what I mean, right? They just fucking lie.
They just lie. Fucking Hispanic.
They just lie. They just fucking lie, and they never stop lying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you actually defend this, right? Look at the stuff with Andy No, right? The stuff with Andy No is, yes, they did attack him, right? Yes, Andy No is a gay Vietnamese child of immigrants, and he was assaulted in public by a group of angry white people, right?
Weren't those Antifa people?
Yes. Okay.
Of course.
And there's no denying that the attack took place. So what did they do? Oh, he wanted it, right? He came there and he was provoking people, and he wanted that to happen, right? Same thing with this guy. Like his jaw gets fucked up. What did they say? Oh, he wanted it to happen. He was a fascist. Like they just lie. They don't give a shit, right? If they attack you, they'll just justify it. But if it's not on camera, right, then they'll just lie and they'll say that they weren't involved, right? If they are on camera, then they'll just lie and say you fucking deserved it. It's really fucked at this point. Now, I guess this is a little bit more off topic than the whole story with the Dylan Mulvaney situation. But yeah, it's
still pretty fucked.
Well, to me, I'm like, you have the midterms coming up in like what, a couple weeks?
Yeah, and it doesn't look good.
Well, the Dylan Mulvaney shit is like hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to find if I can. Here we go. I just need to find Alex Stein on Twitter because he normally has something. Here we go. So,
I'm so mad. Some conservative, maybe he's a comic, I don't know, his name's Alex Stein, went onto my Cameo page where I make videos for people and bought a cameo under the cover of a trans woman who wanted a pump-up video because she's a swimmer and just got bottom surgery. So I made this video thinking that I was pumping up a trans woman, and it was actually purchased as a joke by this person to post on his Instagram. He's some straight man, and it just makes me sick. I'm like, I'm gonna post it right here because I think it's these people.
I just want to compete against the ladies. Why are you saying that I'm not a biological woman? Clearly, I look like a biological woman. I mean, come on, it's been hours tucking this thing in to be able to swim. And I'm on so much hormone therapy, I don't even know left or right anymore. So I'm doing this. I don't have an unfair advantage. No way.
Just keep swimming.
What the fuck?
Alex, hi, it's Dylan Mulvaney from TikTok. That was the little swimming song from Finding Nemo because you're a swimmer. And Abe, you are killing it.
Fucking Alex Stein, this is great.
He realizes that Alex Stein clip was a comedy sketch, right?
Oh my dude, it's fucking great, right? Like I guess they realized after the fact.
Oh god, yeah, that's the worst time to find out.
Man, that man's like such a big troll against people who are
It's fucking hilarious.
Well, it was a pre-planned sketch. Like everybody knew that.
Well, he got the cameo done, right? Like he just made a claim of being a swimmer, and then later, I guess when she found out who the person was, that's how she linked it together. Yeah, because he probably used the name Alex Stein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't like. It's not like he went deep undercover to fucking troll these people. They're kind of stupid. But anyways, this individual is the one that went to the White House and had this like whole sit down with the president, and it's really like it's really fucking weird, right? Because like here's the thing. Just speaking politically, it doesn't make much sense since this is such a losing issue, right? I've heard like all the different excuses and everything, and I've heard things like, oh, you know, this is highly recommended. This is the way it needs to be. But in Europe, they're banning it, right? Because they allowed it in Europe. They allowed it in like the Netherlands and everything, and they've started to realize that the actual impact it's had has been largely negative, right? Because one, you do have, I mean, over here, I think it's much worse than it is over there, right? But you do have social pressures being put onto these kids. You do have these hospitals making a fucking fortune off of them. And since it's repeated care that's still needed after the treatment, they're basically like a rolling fucking piggy bank for them. So when you have a situation like that, right, where there is, whether or not you want to say it's a ton, there is some social pressure being put onto these kids. There is a lot of like, okay, so the one thing that absolutely just baffles me, right, is the idea where they say, oh, children can consent to do all of this stuff without the parents needing to know. And it's like, you know, my wife coaches rugby, right? And if there's a girl on her team that doesn't want to come out to the parents that they're gay or something, my wife won't do anything about it. She doesn't say anything. But if she has a girl on her team that, you know, is trans or something, she won't say anything, she won't reveal anything, and that's how my wife chooses to handle it. I don't necessarily agree with that, right? But at the same time, I look at like this situation that happens in like California, where a child will say something, the teacher will then push it, and if the parent speaks up, they try to get the child removed from the parent's care.
That's really fucked up.
That I mean, it's incredibly fucked up because you know that these. You know that when it comes to like what the hospital is going to recommend, the hospital recommends like this shit for the fucking kid. And it's like the kid is like, what, 9 years old? No, they don't know what they fucking want. I didn't know what I fucking want when I was 9 years old. I didn't know what I fucking wanted when I was 18 years old, just to be like completely honest with people. But I sure, like, for me, when they say that you need to like be totally on board with, you know, child sex change operations, one, I say absolutely not, right? Like, I've heard the argument because people will go like, well, you know, scientific consensus on this shit, and people go like, oh, lobotomies, right? At one time, lobotomies were considered by the community to be like a cure, right?
Groundbreaking.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and later on, they came to realize, oh shit, no, it's really fucking bad. Now, when people compare it to this shit and they go like, oh, no. All the science says it's good. I'm like, then why are they banning it in fucking Europe? I don't know. Like, this is my problem.
They're just haters.
This is look, my issue is if it's being banned in Europe because they put it into practice over there and they realized, oh shit, it's causing much more fucking harm than good. We need to go back to doing therapy, right? So that's what they're deciding over there. Why do you think that is? If you're telling us over here, oh, it's all good and there's nothing negative and there's no downsides. Somebody's fucking lying. Somebody's fucking lying. Is it the nation that put it into practice? Or did they just suddenly change their mind one day and say, oh, we decided to become far-right anti-trans bigots? and our entire population that was totally on board with us doing this, right? And did it to their kids, they changed their minds too. And now we're all going to fucking lie about it. Or are the liars the ones that repeatedly and consistently attempt to shut down any critics, attempt to shut down any conversation because they actually can't argue any of their fucking points? Now that's sounding like fucking crazy. Like, holy shit. You want to give a sex change to a fucking minor? That's mental. That's mental.
Can we just say that they want an excuse to play Frankenstein here?
Maybe.
I mean, yes and no, right? I think that, like, mental health is definitely a factor here, right? Oh, yeah. And I'm not saying that, like, oh, you know, everyone who's trans is just, they're mentally unwell. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm talking about the hospitals and the people pushing this shit.
Yeah, look, I think that when you see what you have today, right? You do have this push to like really push trans things into media right now. And when I look at it in some of those school videos, yeah, I don't have any issues if a teacher wants to have a fucking pride flag. I honestly don't give a shit. My wife wears like deal. Yeah, my wife will wear like pride stuff to do her rugby coaching. I don't like sit there as a Muslim and go, how dare you, and slam my fist on you. No, like I genuinely don't give a shit, right? Like I literally fucking don't care, right? When I see some of those videos that I've seen some people do, like fucking quartering, like it's just a teacher and she's like, oh, I have a pride flag. I don't fucking care. Right. But when I saw like this one teacher, and she's got like fucking 4-year-olds, and she's got like all the different flags for all the different sexual orientations. And I'm like, these are preschoolers. What are you doing? Right? They don't need to know about any of this stuff, right? Like they don't need to know about like straight relationships either. I don't want them like why are you teaching this to 4-year-olds?
It's a concept that's a little too complex for them to completely understand.
Well, beyond that though, when they showed all the flags, they have the straight flag and it's black and white, but all the other flags have all these bright colors.
Oh yeah,
we've
been over that. Yeah.
And I'm going, dude, yes, of course, a 4-year-old is not going to want to identify with the straight flag that's boring and plain looking, right? That is low key a form of grooming, right? And again, I'm not saying for nefarious, sexual, fun, bad times.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to use that term a little like.
No, that is like the actual definition for it, and that's why I'm clarifying on top of it, right?
Yeah.
But they look at that and they're like, oh, that's totally okay. We need to normalize this shit for kids. I'm like, no, you need to normalize it in society. You're trying to like
it feels like you're trying to like manipulate a narrative into younger generations.
Yeah, which is I
don't know. It just it feels more like, again, I'm not saying what it actually is, but what it looks like. It looks malicious when you're doing that to kids.
I mean, like,
just because it's like you're taking advantage of their like young, easily malleable minds.
Well, my problem is we've already seen certain institutions get outed for that behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of the specific. I think it was a high school, but the principal or the superintendent got busted. I think it was by Project Veritas, where he was like, "Oh, we only hire younger teachers. We don't hire anybody who's older. They need to get with the program so we can like help, educate these kids and teach them the correct ways and like shit like that." And it's all fucking political bullshit, right? It's all like climate change activism, things like that. LGBTQ shit like that. And I'm like, you're talking about like educating them and indoctrinating them towards a specific political ideology. To me, that's disgusting and it's gross and it shouldn't be allowed whatsoever, right? And the thing is, I'm very sensitive to this subject, being Muslim and seeing how like nasty and nefarious like the Islamic extremists have been in that community. I look at this and I say it's really no different. And you
that's what I was thinking. It's just promoting one way of thinking is right, and if it's wrong,
they teach it because my problem is it's preaching intolerance, right? Not tolerance, intolerance, because you believe things are a certain way, and you think everyone who disagrees with you is some sort of characterization, like a racist, transphobic, homophobic, something of that nature, right? You hurl one of those things at people and you can't fucking argue a subject, right? You teach people to behave in these very intolerant ways by convincing them that everyone who disagrees with them is some nasty form of an other. And once you've done that, once you've separated it down into basic things like team A and team go fuck yourself, at that point, I mean, like, it just becomes so difficult to have a basic fucking conversation. Like, when I look at this thing, right? Look, do I personally care if a trans person goes and speaks with the president? No. Like, I think anyone who does, it's like, that to me, that is what it is, right? Like, they go and they have this conversation, right? But Dylan Mulvaney specifically is someone who has been trans, identified as a woman for 200 fucking days. And so far has been called out by trans people and women because they behave in a very offensive manner to both of these groups. And this is the person that Joe Biden says, bring them to the White House. They need to speak up on trans issues. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that?
Because he's tripping on morphine because his days are limited.
Probably.
Let me be honest. Was it Joe Biden who invited him to the White House, or was it Kamala Harris?
You know what? Honestly, I like that joke. My thing is, I'd be more convinced that it's Joe Biden.
No, I'm sure it is. I'm just saying, like,
I think Kamala is like, Jill, just tell everybody that your husband's brain is broken.
She's
so
like,
I can
Jill.
be president.
She's like, Jill, just use the cyanide I gave you at the beginning of his presidency. It'll work. Trust me.
I really no shit. I want Joe Biden to like step down, because he for one, he legitimately, to me, from what I can see, in my opinion,
seems very incompetent.
He's old.
Well, yeah, no, like his decisions alone. But on top of that, yeah, I think he's in some sort of mental decline. I don't know what it is,
100%.
but when I look at the guy, he's definitely not the Joe Biden that was around when Obama was in office, right?
Did you see that interview he did recently?
Yeah.
The one where he was asked, what does Dr. Biden think about all this? And he's like sitting there for like 60 or 40 seconds, just saying nothing and just staring back at the reporter. And he's like, what Dr. Biden thinks. Yeah, like he was just like completely out of the picture.
Oh, damn, man.
Oh, hold on. It is even worse than that. They're pushing the dysphoria while ignoring mental health issues. Chloe Cole, who detransitioned, that was her autism that was causing the dysphoria. Yeah, no, I think it's worse than that. Look, the problem is, in a lot of these cases, the psychiatrist who's supposed to be there to actually assess what is wrong, right, or what is ailing the child, they have to basically, once the child says, oh, I think I'm a girl, they can't ask them questions like, hey, maybe it is their autism, maybe it's something else, right? Maybe they've been bullied so hard that they literally want to crawl out their skin and just be anything else because they're so depressed, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, right, what the child is actually going through inside of their own head, right? But you have people online who will push this idea that if they're trans, everything will be better for them, right? I've heard it described as like the Cinderella story, right? With a lot of these detransitioners.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible comparison. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, it's really not. Okay? It's this idea that once they go through it, it's like a fucking fairy tale, right? And it's all going to end very happy for them once they've gone through the transition. It isn't, though, right? It's long-term care that you need for life, right? And in a lot of these cases, right, when they talk about like doing the puberty blockers, because the puberty blockers will make their transition easier. I wholeheartedly disagree, right? The reason why they want to do it is so they can appear more feminine, right? Well, at the exact same time, arguing that men and women, there's no differences, they are the same, et cetera, et cetera. They're doing this to kids based on the idea that, if they want to transition, they should be looking as feminine or as masculine as humanly possible. But here's one story that's like really kind of screwed up, because this is someone who is trans. It's not a transitioner. They took the puberty blockers, right? And since they didn't go through puberty, penis never grew, right? And they did not have enough material to actually like do the vaginal surgery thing, right? And in some of those cases, they'll like take a part of the person's colon and use that.
What?
Yes. Okay. Exactly.
Wait. How is that possible,
dude? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I don't want to know.
I'm just telling you based on these are the stories that I have heard. right?
Like I said,
these-
Frankenstein's monster.
the
Oh,
thing
God,
is,
you're not kidding.
It's kind of like you're experimenting with the human body, and like it's not like a simple thing where you do the surgery and then it's done and over with. It's long term.
I've got a real question.
Well,
Now that
hold on. The thing about the colon is it leaves this disgusting fucking odor. Like
because it's literally where like poop comes from.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Goes through.
So
this person who is like legitimately trans and wants to transition and wants to have the bottom surgery, now either they do it and literally smell like actual ass. Right? No joke.
They got a poop penis.
No joke. Or they just can't do it because their body never developed in order to undergo the procedure the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, I mean,
how did and what I'm wondering is, like, when this child was 5 years old, 6, whenever they started taking the puberty blockers, at what point did you explain it to them that, hey, when you do this, you're never going to be able to do the bottom surgery? No, of course you didn't fucking explain it to the kid. And if you did, the kid has no way of comprehending what you're fucking saying to them. So this is an actual trans individual that got completely fucked over by this system, right? And the mom is like, my child is like suicidal now because she literally can't do the bottom surgery. I'm like, see, here's the thing. People call me like fucking transphobic. I feel bad for the kid. Like, I mean, there are plenty of trans women, right, who didn't go through the puberty blockers, who are more than like they appear very feminine, like Blair White and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they want to get the bottom surgery, they're capable of doing it too. But like, look at how fucked up these like what these kids have gone through is. Then you have the stories where they're like, they're detransitioning because they realized, hey, they were pressured into transitioning. Whether or not like these trans groups want to actually acknowledge the reality of that situation, they've been pressured into adopting these identities, right? Societal pressures, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, you have girls who were 14, 15 years old who chopped off their breasts. That's permanent. That's never fucking coming back. That's never going to fucking come back. Like there's no do-over on that. And do these people care? Do these trans groups care? Right? No, they don't give a shit. They don't fucking give a shit. They like sit there and when they hear those stories, they ignore them. Right?
Or they mock them like Keffels does.
Oh yeah, or they mock them. That's the best, right?
I mean,
there's no compassion. There's no fucking care. They don't give a shit about these kids. It's just they're on one side of an issue, and they want to win.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like paging Dr. Mengele, paging Dr. Edward Money to pre-op stat.
I mean,
like,
here's the other part of it. This is a massive billion-dollar fucking industry. And the more people that you can get to take these permanent body-altering treatments, the more money you can fucking make. Look, even now that they want to detransition, guess what? They're going to need a whole ton of medical care just to try to get back into some form of their body the way it was before. So now these fucking hospitals and these hospitals that profited off of like chopping off this person's breast now get to profit off them trying to get like prosthetics put in.
Crow, you missed the references I was making there, right?
Oh, sorry. This subject actually pisses me off.
Well, I'm just making a comparison like of Dr. Mengele and Dr. Edward Money. You remember the gender study where he had twins? One had they were two boys. One of them had their penises deformed from a circumcision that went bad.
Oh, this is.
And he tried
know
to
this
raise
is-
them as brother and sister.
Yeah, but he made them do like
what the
sexual
fuck?
things to each other. It's a fucked up story.
Wait,
Yeah.
and that's like a real thing that happened?
Yes,
That's
it's a real
actually
thing
where
that
the term gender comes from. Is from that study.
This is the father of modern gender theory, right?
Oh no!
Dude, it gets worse. This individual forced these two siblings to engage
To mount
in,
each other.
Yeah, engage in sexual relations with each
That's
other.
disgusting.
That
And
sounds
both-
very familiar.
and-
actually.
He also
both-
took pictures and whatnot.
Yes, and they both
This
went on
sounds-
to commit suicide.
You know what? This almost
Dog,
sounds.
what is up with these scientists doing shit like this?
Wait, no, hold up.
Well,
Was this a
I mean,
sex
here's the
therapist?
thing.
Now remember, you have no regard for human life, most especially women, because they have the organs that you wish that you had. So you want to make a suit from them.
Just remember, like, this stuff would be considered a war crime against human rights and whatnot back during World War II. Like what happened with Dr. Mengele, how he was doing similar sick experiments to twins, to anything and everything, especially children. So I don't see where they can actually argue that any of this is proper in any moral sense or any kind of societal sense.
Dude, it's like, you know, the funny thing is when you mention that, half of what Crow said actually is kind of sounds like an episode I watched from Law and Order SVU.
Chung
Yeah.
chung.
There's actually a Law and Order episode of
they did an
the-
episode about it.
Yeah. I remember that watching the episode. I was like, that's where it calls me back to. I was like, God damn, that was a fucked up episode.
Here's the thing. It also involved a trans teacher, one that attacked her father
Oh yeah, I remember.
over
that.
the whole issue.
Yeah, no, like
We might be talking about different episode then. I was talking about one.
No,
with,
it's the same episode. Two kids were twins. One was transitioned to a girl because of a botched circumcision. The father gets basically almost attempted murdered on by the trans teacher who was trying to help the now girl from her former boy out at school because she was constantly getting bullied.
hold on. Money and Kinsey both had failed gender experiments, and experts use them as basis for their profession. Yeah, no, it's true, right? And my problem is, I do think that like trans people exist. Absolutely, it's just there is like a new wave of individuals who are convinced they are trans, and it's not based on anything. Right? They haven't gone through therapy. They don't even seem to have gender dysphoria. They're just like I went online. I was depressed, and I'm trans now, and I feel so much happier. And I'm going like, holy shit. That person transitioning is going to destroy their bodies permanently based on a lie they've told themselves to feel better.
Yeah,
that's horrible. Like that, and I don't. Here's my problem: a lot of these individuals, I would say, are probably like Keffel's fans. So it's not like I like these people. It's not like I care about these people. I genuinely, really don't. The fact that they are going to suffer immensely, that to me, I'm like, I don't think it's worth that. I don't think it's worth that. I would like that not to happen to you. Genuinely, because like Money and Kinsey, right? Both these people, like horrific, fucking horrific.
Yeah. I mean,
but both of them are the experts who are the like who are the fathers of like modern gender theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's extremely.
Wonder why we never
fucked
hear
up.
about them.
Well, because like the thing is, when you talk about what they did, it's like these are horrific fucking monsters. They're actual fucking demons.
they're no different than Mengele.
No, not at all. Not at all. And again, like the twins, like the twin that was transitioned committed suicide. The other one went on to live for a little bit and eventually took their own life because, like, what do? That that guy fucked with their head so hard, they literally would rather have just eaten a bullet than just get up the next day.
Yeah, I mean, one of them actually had a family and kids after all of this, and the other one actually detransitioned, and that's when they blew their brains out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, the story is fucking horrific. They're survivors, but apparently there was no charges brought against the doctor.
No, he's an expert. And I'm like, this is fucking garbage. It is absolutely fucking garbage, right? It breaks your fucking heart when you hear about the story too. Oh man. Okay, we got to talk about more stories. Let's transition. Talk about something that's a little bit.
No pun intended.
Well, okay. Have you guys watched Chainsaw Man?
Nope.
I have not.
Just a little bit. Mostly clips.
Wow, what's up?
Look at
Oh
this.
boy. That's actually pretty cool.
Yes. Okay. All right. You haven't actually watched Chainsaw Man, so talking about it's not going to be helpful. But that is like really cool in terms of cosplay.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah, it is.
All I want to say is there seems to be more series that have been going towards using CGI. We had Battle of the Super Sons was a DC animated film that just came out, and I think it's actually really good. Right? It's yes. Like Superman is Superman, right? He's not angsty. He's not dramatic. He's not a bitch. He's a wholesome, loving family guy, right?
Rockin'
Like he
with the
wasn't
family
Super
guy.
I know. I'm no joke. It's actually a very nice story. Damian Wayne is a complete prick who's obnoxious, but they also make him a little sympathetic, right?
Okay.
And the entire thing is done in CGI animation. They did Dragon Ball Super superheroes in the same CGI. And like the thing is, there are sometimes when the shots look really nice. Sometimes the action's really good too. I'm still not really sold on it. Right? It feels like I was watching Chainsaw Man, the fight that they had. Like the character would like hit the ground and it just wouldn't feel like there was any real impact. I don't know how you fix that. I don't know how you make the motions feel like they have impact. But I didn't feel like they really did in the Dragon Ball Super movie either. Super Sons, not at all. Right? I think maybe like once or twice they had a good rhythm going, but yeah, I don't know. If you guys haven't seen it,
Where'd you watch Super Sons, by the way?
I just got it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I know of another place. I'll tell you later, Vic.
I guess we'll talk about something sad and depressing instead.
Yeah. Because what's the point of having HBO
How
Max if you're
exciting.
not getting access to these movies, DC?
So what's sad and depressing?
Here we go. Yeah, see this?
No.
Oh,
the cheeky
God.
bastard
I
himself.
saw, dude, I saw that.
Yeah!
I saw that. Yeah, that's fucked up. I saw that. I was like, Alec Baldwin, like, this is why people don't feel bad for him, and it's stupid that people were sticking up for him in the first place. It's like, motherfucker, you... Oh, God, he's such a heartless prick.
Oh, well, that is an understatement. Like he literally posted the fucking photo of this bitch.
That's
right?
so fucked up, dude.
1 year ago today, and it's like he's purging comments, right?
Well,
So
it's limited comments.
It's only people that agree with him, and it's like, what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? And like, I understand like that settle with the family and everything, but like, this to me shows what a like two-faced, heartless sack of human shit this guy is.
It's Alec Baldwin. What do you expect?
I mean, like, but it's so fucking brazen. It's so fucking brazen.
Yeah.
It's so fucking brazen. Oh God, like
It's disgusting, dude.
Yeah, let's talk about something else that's also brazen and disgusting.
What is it?
So, for those of you who don't know, this is a content creator. A lot of them age more rapidly due to lack of nutrition and the drugs, booze, cigarettes, etc. A lot of actors use to stay red carpet emancipated. Wait, age them too. It's why I look 15 years younger than Brie, even though I'm a decade older than her. LOL.
Jesus.
You know, like, here's the thing.
Is that?
Here's the thing.
Just do women's comedy stuff, you know, talk about how fat you are and how you want to have sex with guys and then say, my vagina a lot.
I need more clips for women.
I'm completely lost on this one.
Photo, though, I will still say Brie still looks more attractive than that bitch on the.
Well, of course she does.
100%.
Look, I don't like Brie Larson. I think Brie Larson's an awful person, right?
Yeah,
Like
I think she's an idiot.
But to be clear, I really don't think highly of most people that do acting, right? I really don't. I think most of them are awful people. I will admit, many of them are very talented, right? And I can respect the talent. When they're not awful, I'll say it, like Keanu Reeves is like one of the nicest, most
he's one of the very few people.
Oh yeah, 100%. Brie Larson though, she's an awful Hollywood person. Most of them are.
Yeah, she just shut up. She would actually be more likable.
But well, that's the thing. She's also very attractive, right?
Yeah, I know. But like, what kills me is her personality.
Oh yeah. Like, she's got no ass and the worst fucking attitude, right? But like, what is this woman's like? Where
She needs to take the S out of sass and put it in the ass.
True. That way of putting it.
That was a good one, Redsky.
Redsky, you and me need to workshop on your one-liners.
As a gay man, I have to ask, between both these women, be honest. Which one? Which one looks 10 years younger than the other?
Brie Larson by a long shot. What the fuck?
20 years younger.
Brie Larson.
Redsky, which one looks like the troll that's underneath the bridge?
The redhead.
Look, I want to dunk on Brie Larson. I don't want to come to Brie Larson's defense like some
It's at this point where I'm thinking,
I can't lie. I can't lie to my own eyes. I can't look at this disgusting troll hobbit. Oh God, I was gonna say hobbit, but she's too big. But I can't look at that thing and then look at Brie Larson and go, oh God, Brie Larson.
Okay, if you're giving me two options to which one I'd smash, I'm taking Brie Larson instantly.
It's just a matter of the lesser of two evils.
I mean,
what is this?
To put it another way, who would you rather give CPR to?
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson. The
Instantly.
thing is, I don't.
To be honest.
Brie Larson is so fucking awful, right? I wouldn't want to do anything with Brie Larson at all in any mythical fictional world
because you love your wife.
Well, yes, but I mean, like, and no joke, right? If I wasn't married, I wouldn't want any of the fucking headache that would come with smashing an irredeemable cunt like Brie Larson, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just like the common sense of me would just say, no, don't do that. You'll destroy your life.
Yeah.
But like, I can't fucking look at these two women and just like, are you sure that's a lady?
Yeah. I feel like if I would give the one on the left, they would end up complaining afterwards.
Mama Crow with the zinger.
I mean, the redhead does look like a they them. Just to be fair.
Look, the thing is, I don't care about the they them, whatever. It's just like, bro, like, I want to like dunk on Brie Larson. What this is like putting an actual, like, okay, you know what this is? This is putting a fucking I don't know. This is putting a salad, right? A salad in front of me, right? Like, I don't really like the salad. Okay, the salad. I don't want to really. Nobody really likes a salad. That's a salad, some greens, and some dressing. Or the other plate is just shit. These are my choices. This is what you've given me, you ugly troll person. That's what you gave me. You gave me the choice between fucking a plate of shit or like
I know the
basic
perfect
salad.
comparison to this. It's like choosing between Maya Moore and Tracy Ann Escobar the ogre.
Oh God!
God.
Wait, hold on. I actually don't know who the other person is.
Jane.
Oh God!
Yeah, she can complain all she wants that that's like her real name and shit, but it's on her fucking website, just like her fucking kids. Fucking bitch. Did you know that she's trying to like run with this fucking narrative that Maya's like trying to hack her PayPal now, so that she and Dan basically privated their shit now.
Okay, listen.
Oh God, I just hate them so much.
First off, I wouldn't put it past Maya to actually make that attempt, but also,
dude,
Maya
doesn't know
is
basic math.
Yeah,
how is she fucking capable of?
No. I said I wouldn't put it past Maya to go out and say to somebody, "I want to hack Epsion's girlfriend's PayPal account."
Oh well, that I can see.
Completely agree. But also, Maya is like brain addled, right? Like this woman can't figure out like how to tie her own fucking shoes. She's not going to figure out how to hack someone's fucking PayPal account.
Yeah,
I mean, like you're giving this degenerate way too much credit. And again, that's on Repsion too, because Repsion was strung around this bitch's finger for like half a decade.
That's called being a cuck crow.
Well,
I mean, Ohm is probably furiously DMing Repsion's like, no, it wasn't Maya. It was the super hacker known as Gigi Evans.
God.
Are you literally on this man's hate list that bad?
Is Ohm back to talking?
He's terrified, dude.
Is Ohm back to
Gigi
talking?
Evans is the ultimate.
Back to saying things? Can he just go? I was gonna say, can you just go to the?
No, I was making a joke, Crow. It's like maybe he's contacting Repsion right now or something.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if somebody did contact Repsion, because like there are people that do that. Like they hate watch streams and like they try to stir up shit.
Well, yeah, that's what going off of that one rant that I had that one night. It's stupid because there's a ton of people that just literally they watch these streams and thrive off of just being like, ooh, I'm going to send that to this person. I'm going to send that to that person. Like they get some sick, like weird enjoyment out of it. It's weird. I don't know. It's the best way I could describe it, but yeah.
I mean, I can't fucking lie though. Like, no, you are nasty. You're nasty and you're gross. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a surprise, but a welcome one.
Is it
Black Adam? 90%.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Hey, I gotta ask, Crow, did you actually watch the movie yet?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. Out of the DC, right, I'd say by far it's still like one of the better ones I've ever seen out of the DC fucking U. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I heard it was
masterpiece. I'd say it's
no. Okay, stop. This movie is not 90%. This is like a 70%. If you're being generous. Hold on. The reason why people are like, oh, this is like one of the best DCU. Yeah. Hold on. That's because the DC movies have been absolute dog shit. So a very generic like superhero movie would be a masterpiece fucking for them. This movie here has so many fucking problems with its story that makes no fucking sense, right? It really doesn't, okay? It really doesn't. If you spend any amount of time thinking about what just happened in the previous scene, you'll be like, wait, why did they do that? Wait, what the fuck is going on? Why did the Justice Society come here to just kill somebody? Right? Like, what is going on in this movie? See, that's what would happen. But this movie has a clever trick. And that clever trick is to just push you through one action set piece to the next action set piece constantly, non-fucking stop. Plus, you have Dwayne Johnson, who's just very charming, 100%, extremely fucking charming. And then on top of all of that, you have a PG-13 film that was more brutal than I think anybody thought possible with the rating that it had. Like, he's just going through people.
He's killing people left and right.
He holds one guy and electrocutes him to the point where he just crumbles his bones in his hands.
Jeez.
Yeah, look, he's brutal. Like, these people are like fucking they're wet fucking toilet paper to him. He's demolishing them. Right? He's incredibly strong.
Well, actually, the thing is, in this movie, he's technically an anti-hero.
No, in this movie,
everybody's an anti-hero these days.
I'm talking about in this film.
This movie, he's just a straight hero. Like, they try to make it like, oh, he's more neutral anti-hero. No, like, if he's
he just takes more extreme measures to get shit done, basically.
Yeah, and they justify him doing it in the movie too. So I can't look at it and go, he's an anti-hero, right? No. He's a straight hero in this film. And the thing is, as an Arab, I looked at the movie and I was like, wow, this is very nice. Kahndaq is like this shitty fucking country in the Middle East. And look, they've been like just constantly under the rule of foreign powers for the longest time. That's very relatable. It's very relatable. So for me, I was already sold on this entire premise. I was very excited, right? The movie makes no sense though. I love Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate.
Pierce Bronson was the great Dr. Fate. Spoiler alert, by the way. I hate how they had to kill him off, and he was like, "God damn it!"
Okay, here's the thing. Hold on. I love Pierce Brosnan too, but I hated how they used him in this film because Dr. Fate
had more potential.
Yeah, he's supposed to be way more powerful than this. Like, the random demon I get is supposed to be very strong, but at the end of the day, Dr. Fate is on the level of like Doctor Strange from the Marvel universe.
Probably more powerful than him.
I mean, it's debatable. I don't want to get into that fucking power scaling shit. I have no idea.
They're literally just a parallel to each other.
Yeah, look, the thing is, he's very weak in this film compared to how he should be. You can justify it by saying he's been retired and he's a very old man now. I guess you can do all of that, but it was very disappointing that there wasn't more used with his character. And then Atom Smasher and Cyclone.
Side characters.
I hated their little love romantic relationship. Like, I just didn't care about it.
I didn't even think it was that.
I just didn't care about it. Like, I hated any time that was wasted on these two characters. Atom Smasher was funny though.
Yeah, he was.
When he knocks over the statue and Hawkman gets pissed. Like, that was funny. Right?
He's basically the comedic relief of the film.
The movie has its moments, and the thing is,
it does.
It in a way, it kind of reminds me of like the some of like the earlier Marvel movies with how quippy it can be, but it's substantially different in the sense that he's very violent throughout the entire movie. When it ends,
you learn why he is towards the end.
Yeah, actually, the whole thing where they set it up as his son being the one who actually had the powers. Look, this is a completely different take on Black Adam.
Oh right? Yeah, no, it's like that's nothing how he is compared to the comics. The man was dead.
Yeah, not at all. Like, and the fact of the matter is, I loved how they did the comic book cover where he sits down on the throne, right?
Yeah.
But Black Adam from the comics is the ruler of Kahndaq and its protector. In this movie, he's like, oh, it feels wrong, so he smashes the throne. And I'm like, no, No, come on.
Nah, that didn't feel right. I was like, come on, man.
Felt
How are you not
wrong.
gonna
That
do
was
that?
that was too much
Down
like
with the
oh,
system.
no, that was too
Yeah,
much
how you-
like oh he's just a hero now. I'm like
I'll
no,
protect conduct that no matter what, but I ain't gonna
no.
be its ruler. People can
He's
decide for
like
themselves.
he like I would have forgiven so much of the bad in the film if he had sat in that fucking throne and said I'm king now, right? Like,
that'd
Or
be
you said
fun.
I'm ruler now.
yeah, it's like Kondak is mine, right? But they didn't do that. I thought that was lame because that's not Black Adam. But this version of Black Adam is completely different from the comics too.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I don't mind it that much.
For better or for worse, do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
maybe
it probably for worse. I think if you did comic book accurate Black Adam, you'd have an insanely compelling character that you could use in like a big team up movie, but then have him like turn against the entire team and do some shit on his own. Like there's
but I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, definitely not. Like he's
Well, they're
kind
doing
of
the Man of Steel thing.
Yeah,
I think what would be cool to see is if they just did Superman Shazam versus Black Adam. They did like I think it was about a 40-minute animated special. And it's on HBO Max that people can watch, and that's what it is. It's Shazam and Superman teaming up to fight Black Adam because Superman is his physical equivalent, but Superman is weak to magic. And Black Adam has a ton of fucking magic. The thing is, there's no relation between Black Adam and Shazam in this universe at all. There's no reason for Black Adam to even want to fight with Shazam. I mean, technically, Superman in this universe knows Shazam, so maybe
because at the end of the movie, at the end of Shazam, he just appears
like
out
that,
of nowhere. Like,
they have the post-credit scene where Superman flies in. I'm like, okay, he could see the way that Black Adam's dressed and go like, oh wait, Shazam, I know him. At the end of the Shazam movie when they had my headless torso. You know, I like the movie because it was just
I did
fun.
too.
I like
it was just a fun watch, but it wasn't like writing was.
Some of the acting was fine too. Like
I mean, I like how The Rock plays just a badass cleaning house. So
yeah, the doing the catchphrase.
Oh yeah, tell all the Men in Black sent you.
He drops the guy like just instantly dies before he can finish saying it.
Oh, dude, my favorite one where he just throws the guy across the city into the ocean.
Oh no, the best one is where he tosses the guy off to like kill him, and like he like gets in contact with Dr. Fate, and he's like, "Well, bring him back here. I'll scan his mind." And he's like, "Oh, you killed him, didn't you?" And like he looks behind him, the guy just like lands into the ground. He's like, he didn't make it.
That was funny as shit too.
Yeah, no, that stuff was actually good. Again, it's not a masterpiece by any measure.
Well, I mean, I would say here's the thing. For me, I would just rank it below Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Aquaman.
I would say that this is on the level of Aquaman for me. I think
that's what I'm saying because
I think
it's the thing. Like
I think it's probably more fun than Aquaman for me, but Aquaman had way more impressive visuals than this movie did.
Oh yeah, they did. I mean, it was fun to watch. Had epic effects and everything. It's just the writing was blah for Aquaman. It wasn't as bad as I'd say.
It had Amber Heard.
Yeah. Well, there's that too. But no, like
that's a whole
this movie though, like it was just fun to watch, right? Yeah. And the thing is, after being disappointed with, I think this movie has the benefit that the recent Marvel releases have been kind of disappointing, and DC has not put out a decent film for a while, right? Batman, of course. But I'm talking about like Wonder Woman 84. like the Wonder Woman sequel, everyone was looking forward to, and that bombed.
Yeah,
right.
Not just
And there's been all this like talk about like the DC films. Like they were saying this movie was worse than the Batgirl film that they canceled. And I was like, the expectations behind this film were insanely fucking low. Plus, you've had like a disappointment in the Marvel stuff recently, and then you have this movie come out, and it's just a fun film. It's just a fun film. That's it. It's not trying too fucking hard. It's not trying to spread this like really deep fucking message. It's just a fun little movie. It goes by extremely fucking fast because of all of the action pieces, and they're fun. Like I hate the CGI sky battles. I think they're way overdone. But it's fun watching The Rock floating in the air as bullets just like bounce off of him, and he's just electrocuting people like a fucking god. It's actually fun to watch.
Oh yeah, and that one moment in the movie where you had that Western standoff with those mercenaries,
Yeah,
that was also great.
I like when he's watching it on the TV, and when the guy pulls the gun, he zaps the TV immediately.
Yeah, because he thought it was real. Yeah. I was like, man, Dwayne, I mean, I'd say, man, for you doing this project, you did a solid job, in my opinion, DCU-wise, for its standards. You did a solid job.
I've heard Dwayne Johnson has also been like going around talking about how, you know, this is about like the fans and giving the fans what they want to see. And I'm like, look,
and that's what we got.
Let's be real. This is not the Black Adam from the comics, but
no, it's not.
But
I don't mind this version, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't either. Like they still put him in Kahndaq. He's still the protector of Kahndaq. And I think that when they gave us, I know it's like super fan servicey, the scene where he sits in the throne and he does the thing with his hand.
It's like that was just tease. That was such a tease. I
was like, yeah, man, that felt great. I wish he had stayed in the throne, but look, they clearly they wanted to give people that like the character a fun movie, and this was a fun movie. I really liked it. I have no clue how you're going to tie him and Shazam together.
I hope they do, though, because
I think they're going to.
Yeah, because I remember in one post credits, I think they didn't show it in the actual post credits when they released in theaters, but I think they showed it in like when they did the digital Blu-ray releases. They had an extra credit scene where they had when everyone's sitting on the throne and the one's throne's empty, teasing the Black Adam that's supposed to be Black Adam. So I'm thinking, oh, Black Adam, he's gonna come down the line eventually. But I really want to say.
It would make sense if you had Superman and Shazam fighting against Black Adam together. But at the same time, how does that conflict even come up? If Black Adam wants to stay in Kahndaq, Superman isn't going to go fly into Kahndaq and start a fight with him.
No, right? It was just more of a warning by Amanda Waller, who.
Yeah, the thing is, even the Justice Society coming in and being determined to just like lock him up, like some of that stuff, I was just like, you know, you're manufacturing the conflict for your movie. I think there are smarter ways you can go about it, but then you have that fight between him and Hawkman, and it's like you forget about it immediately. When he's just like they fly into Kahndaq, and then Black Adam's just in the sky looking at them. It's like, yeah, that'd be fucking terrifying when you think about it.
And I just love how all the people in Kahndaq were given the Justice Society shields. Like, where the fuck were y'all? Not helping us.
It's true.
Yeah, it's so true.
Like I think, and look, this movie is not very deep, but like I looked at that, I was like, that's subtle social commentary about how the U.S. will just pop its bloody ass into the Middle East and then expect to be treated as heroes and saviors when they're bloodthirsty monsters. And I think that when you look at the Justice Society of America, right, and you see how bloodthirsty Hawkman is, just determined to murder a man, it speaks to the true evils of the American Empire.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's trying to realize his ways in the film, too.
Do you say You say like, yeah, Crow, yeah, everything you said. I was joking.
Yeah.
Don't say again. All right.
Remember,
Sorry,
folks,
I get too
we
much
only
from Laura. Sorry.
No, I'm just messing with you. Review: The Rock fails in Black Adam, possibly the worst movie ever.
Okay, who the fuck is this critic? I need to have a word with them.
Roger Ebert.
Roger, well,
Let's be real. Suicide Squad is a much worse film narratively than this movie is.
Oh,
The
oh
original
yes.
one.
This one at least made a lot more sense to me than Suicide Squad.
Well, you remember in the original Suicide Squad, Captain Boomerang just ghosts out of the mission and appears in at the very end for the big team speech. And it's like, where did he go? What was he doing the entire time? Why did he come back? Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. I like the film. Like I actually like the film. I enjoyed it. Like I would really recommend people go watch this movie.
Yeah.
Like I also saw Halloween Ends. And
oh, how's that?
well, here's the thing. I liked it as a horror film. I did not like it as the end of a trilogy, and I did not like it as a Halloween film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here, spoiler question though: do they actually manage to kill Michael in the end?
Yes.
Oh, what was the method?
For them.
They threw him in a fucking wood chipper.
Ah.
But hold on. He's a weak ass bitch. He's not super powerful. He doesn't just exist because the town is hateful and fears him. He's just an old man, and he gets overpowered by an old woman and her granddaughter. At the very end of the movie, in the last 5 minutes. It's very disappointing. The thing is, the entire movie doesn't even focus around Michael Myers. It focuses around a new kid who's the new kid that they focus on. His story is entertaining, right? And like his that part of the film is amazing. It's actually fun. It's suspenseful. It reminds me of Halloween. But the thing is, Michael Myers is treated with so much disrespect because at one point in the movie, this scrawny fucking guy pushes Michael Myers down, takes his mask, and just leaves. And I'm like, no.
I mean, isn't Michael Myers supposed to be like this family curse murder machine?
No. In this, he's old, he's weak, and he's living in the sewer.
How?
How? I don't know. Sewer mushrooms.
Well, then again,
Michael Myers survived being burned alive.
What kind of fucking question was that? Oh, what's he living on? I don't know. Fictional fucking mushrooms. God damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl, I got a suggestion for another one of those from Dave Chappelle as well.
Oh, which one?
You know the Clayton Bigsby episode?
Oh my God! Which quote?
It's the one where he's telling the white kids to turn down that, you know what, music.
Oh God!
And he goes woogie boogie.
I gotta like YouTube Clayton Bigsby and just like pull those clips for this. Wait, what did you guys think of the Robin one though?
The Robin one?
Are we good now? Is there anything else that you want?
I want a gun.
What?
You heard me. I want a gun.
Robin, you're not getting a gun, all right? That goes against everything I stand
Evan,
for.
you have an entire utility belt of tools, of batarangs, of smoke bombs. What do I have? I have a fucking grappling hook on a rope.
Robin, the gun is the weapon of the enemy.
Yeah, because they fucking kick ass. I mean, just think about it. The next time we fight some goons, they're gonna look at me and not think, wow, that guy's wearing a really tight Speedo. They're gonna think, wow, don't fuck with Robin. That guy's got a gun.
All right, Robin. We'll talk about this.
Oh, that was actually great.
It's a bit long, but it's good.
I have so much fun with that one. Okay, The Rock fails in Black Adam, possibly the worst movie ever. I think that whoever wrote this article,
whoever wrote it needs to be fired.
I don't understand. Like these critics are fucking awful. Because like I can be honest with this film and say realistically, the story is a 4 out of 10, right? But the film
watching it is
overall,
at least is like a 7 out of 10. Probably.
yeah, I feel like it's a 7 out of 10 because your brain literally cannot focus on the faults in the film because there's a new action set piece and it just keeps it rolling. I mean, I think if this had released in the summer, it would be a perfect summer blockbuster. Like it really would. But I mean, I think the movie's doing really well, and the fact of the matter is, good for Dwayne Johnson. I think it's fucking weird though that they're crucifying this fucking movie, and I'm like, why? Like, one, as an Arab man, I felt like there was representation for once. These people are ruining it. It's awful, absolutely awful. No.
One last side note, though, before we end up changing subject, I will say, I would love if they managed to somehow put Shazam and Black Adam together. I would love to see Zachary Levi's Shazam talking with Rock's Black Adam. I think that's the golden thing to see.
Well, you saw the trailer for the new Shazam movie, right?
Yeah, the Fury of the Gods.
Yeah, like I'm curious to watch that one because I liked the first Shazam movie. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that one was good. Yeah, that was funny and good. It was basically the making of a kid trying to be a superhero and learn from his lessons and learn the actual, responsibility of trying to actually be a decent hero.
Wait, okay. So, what do you guys think about Henry Cavill being back now?
Oh, that's great. It's great.
I think it's cool. Back. I'm sure that Star Wars girl is ecstatic.
Oh yeah, she's gonna. Well, whatever. I ain't gonna say it.
No, I'm saying.
I think we're all thinking.
No, whatever she is, she's gonna be like somehow, well, in some way, more than likely, very aroused that he's back as Superman.
Very aroused.
Yeah, I just have no other better way of saying
it.
Hold
on. Do you guys hear snoring?
No.
No.
Frankie?
No. Ooh. You guys don't hear that?
No.
Oh, I hear it now.
No. I hear it. Kind of hear it.
Yeah, I kind of hear it now.
My wife opened up the door to the room, crawled inside, laid down behind me, and I think she's asleep now.
Lol, that's funny.
She's playing. She's gonna do a jump scare, Crow.
All right, guys, I'm gonna play a song while I help my wife get to bed. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This should be good.
I'll admit it. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Gonna chop his ass up. My children are going hungry. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now going, I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. My superpower is being honest. And I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out. And I will eat your ass.
She is determined. Oh, we'll see how that goes in like another 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay, so let's as far as like the Henry Cavill coming back, I loved the Superman suit, the red and the yellow on the emblem. It was nice. It was bright blue.
Oh yes, what a shirt.
Yeah, the thing that I fucking can't stand with the Zack Snyder fans is they're like, we're gonna get there with Darkseid, everybody. I'm like, dude, he's fucked everything else up. Why? What makes you think he ain't gonna fuck up Darkseid?
No, if they manage to do it right, I trust anyone else to do it right besides from Zack Snyder.
No, like he makes Superman depressing. Who the fuck does that? Like
Zack Snyder, that's who.
Zack Snyder's vision sucked. Like it really sucked. Yes, I agree. Joss Whedon coming at the end to do like re-edits and everything with fucking Justice League was asked too, but like that does not make Zack Snyder's vision fucking good. It just means Joss Whedon is worse. And you know what? I'm sorry, that's not like a really high bar to fucking clear. Yeah. Motherfucker. Oh, didn't you like the 4-hour fucking movie on HBO? I mean, no, I didn't. No, I fucking didn't. No, I fucking didn't. Who the fuck wants to sit down for 4 fucking hours to watch a fucking stream? I binge content, right? I couldn't sit there for 4 hours straight and actually take all that garbage in. And even then, it still wasn't fucking worth sitting through Batman versus Superman. Garbage. Fucking garbage. All you're like fucking terrible. Like, I went to Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder was contacted by the studio. Zack Snyder. Fuck Zack Snyder. God damn. Zack Snyder's like the worst fucking person to work on a fucking superhero movie. Motherfucker's got mommy issues, and it's fucking apparent in everything he touches. Who the fuck makes Lex Luthor fucking Mark Zuckerberg? God, what a weirdo. Jesus.
Why did you say that name?
No, my God, it pisses me off whenever I have to like listen to a Zack Snyder fan talk or breathe.
To be honest, I didn't mind
I'm getting the vibe you don't like Zack Snyder.
I hate Zack Snyder, and I think his fans are ass and cancer.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't like how he started the DCU, to be honest.
Who the fuck opens and then when he look, I thought what happened, with Warner Bros. Look, Warner Bros. Made the decision to hire this guy and didn't have the balls to just fire him. So they wait till his daughter offs herself, and then they use that as an excuse to get rid of him quietly. Like, that's really fucking disgusting. I completely fucking agree with them. It's Warner Bros.' fault for hiring him in the fucking first place, right? But this guy is not working for them. He goes out and decides to tell everybody his vision, what his vision was. His vision was Dick Grayson got killed by the Joker.
Oh, fuck no.
But not actually. He became the Joker instead. Ooh.
Oh, I would hate to see that.
Yeah. Does anybody actually want to fucking watch?
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's a fucking awful idea. Zack Snyder had a bunch of awful fucking ideas, but he thought he was smarter than fucking God.
Wait, hold on. That last one about Dick Grayson and the Joker, wasn't that in the Batman Beyond movie?
No, that was Tim Drake, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tim Drake actually killed the Joker.
Well, hold on. Tim Drake in Batman the Animated Series.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, no, he was Jason Todd. They wanted to do Jason Todd, but they couldn't because Jason Todd dies in the comics. So they would not let them use Jason Todd. Instead, they made Tim Drake, but then they gave him all of Jason Todd's qualities, right? His father was working for Two-Face, right? He steals the wheels off the Batmobile, and that's how he gets caught by Batman. It's shit like that, right? Tim Drake in the comics, his parents are wealthy. Right, he's like a wealthy little socialite, and he discovers Bruce Wayne and is Batman, and Jason Todd was Robin, and Robin died, and he goes to Batman to cheer him up and encourage him to keep being Batman or something. I don't know. In the show, they gave him Jason Todd's origin, and then they made him kind of more of a Jason Todd character.
Okay, so would Zack Snyder be the guy who just lifted that storyline for the movie?
No, he would have made it worse.
I mean, look, no, because the Batman Beyond is a completely unique take. Zack Snyder's vision was just fucking stupid. Zack Snyder's vision was Arkham Knight.
Oh.
Yeah, Arkham Knight, Jason Todd. The best Red Hood, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Arkham Knight Red Hood. The best Red Hood with the fucking little J burned into his cheek. Yay. I hope everyone loves that character.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to talk about my favorite thing,
and which is
Gotham
The Jews.
Oh yes, I played that earlier.
Like, okay, Gotham Knights, it does suck. Okay, hold on, guys. You guys, hold on. I'm gonna. God damn. She's even louder now. It's actually impressive.
I can't hear it at all.
I can't hear it that much.
Yeah.
Noise cancellation works wonders, apparently.
Yeah,
I moved the microphone away. Hold on.
I was gonna say, is it louder than my squeaky chair?
Oh.
I mean, if it's barely picking it up, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. But at the end of the day, I can hear it in the back of my head.
I just wanted to see if it was louder than my squeaky chair.
Hey, Crow.
For me, it definitely is.
Crow.
What?
I got a joke for you for your wife here, but how well are you set for getting slapped across the face?
Okay, listen, I'm gonna play some music. I gotta get her out of here.
Get the woman out.
My name is Richard. I am Darkside Phil. Oh my god. I really need to make this fucking money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I'm done. Why am I poisoning? What? Why am I toxic? Why am I toxic? Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. So why? Anybody that says they have Avalar. Anybody that says they have Avalar. We made $1 and lost 1 subscriber. So you guys earn 3 minutes of commercials. I don't spill my fingers. I touch my face. Did something that's a twitch. Did something that's a twitch. Got no bitch in my blood. 0 bitch in my blood. Honestly, straight lies in people's faces. I don't spill my fingers, right? That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill. That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. Why am I toxic? Got a fucking Why am I toxic? Got a fucking Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, so how'd it go?
All right. She's in bed now.
Okay. Can I tell you what the
you
joke
sound louder
was?
too now, so.
Okay, yes. Tell me what the joke.
Okay, you should have just bent over and whispered in her ear, "Only dogs sleep at their master's feet."
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, no.
Bro,
No.
that's nasty. That's hilarious.
Not.
No,
That's why I said, how prepped are you for getting slapped in the face?
Oh no, I don't think Pro would get just slapped.
Okay.
I think she'd just like straight up pummel him.
So,
Jasmine gets super triggered.
Real quick, this game here, Gotham Knights. I've been spending a lot of time playing it, and I'm having fun playing it. Right?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot in there to actually have fun with, but the game's a fucking mess. The game has a bunch of terrible fucking design decisions, and the game is really unstable. Like, I've tried everything I can to optimize, and I still get random crashes when I play it. Like, it's just, I I like the idea of a game that takes place after Bruce Wayne dies and after Batman's gone. And I like seeing these characters, right? The three original Robins, plus you have Barbara Gordon. Like seeing them all come together and working together, that stuff's nice too. But story wise, I wasn't a fan of Harley Quinn's character in the game. I'm not done with the story, just to be clear. But
Wait, so basically, though, from what's the story about so far?
Well, the story is Batman dies. Ra's al Ghul comes to Gotham, beats the shit out of Batman in the Batcave, and Batman blows it up, killing them both. And that's how it starts. He was investigating the Court of Owls. Now, the thing that I just thought was really just kind of dumb, Harley Quinn is used by Batman to run a psychiatric profile against the Court of Owls, which I guess she does for him. I looked at it and I'm going, Harley Quinn, I just don't like how they turned Harley Quinn into like a fucking genius. And the thing is, like, she's clever, she's smart, but like, and this one, like, she's like a fucking super criminal. And I'm like, that's just not Harley Quinn. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I remember like the original version of Harley Quinn from the animated series. They had a comic that accompanied the cartoon. In the comic, it's revealed that Harley Quinn would fuck her professors to get the best grades possible so she could get her medical degree. Like, from the beginning, Harley Quinn was like, her morals were fucked.
I mean, she knew how to get around.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's not to say like that ruins her character for me. It just means like morally she's compromised right from the beginning. Now you have these versions of Harley Quinn where she's like almost all like basically smarter than the Joker. And it's like, oh God, it's just becoming a bit too much, right? Now, the other story decisions, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what it is, but like the super buff chicks that are in this game, I just think it's hilarious because I'm like, I'm basically a dude and I'm just beating the smack out of women. I'm like,
the way you say it, it's just like,
okay.
I'm not kidding. Like the game, okay, the game seems to be like, we need to have like a 50-50 ratio between men and women for the bad guys, like for the gangs and everything. I'm like, dude, can we just like stop pretending a straight gang would have a bunch of chicks running around with them? Like, no. You get dudes to do it.
No girls allowed? Question.
I'm just being like realistic. Like I'm watching it in the game, and it's so like it's so apparent to me that just doesn't work and doesn't make sense. I mean, like so nitpicky with it, but like I'll be fighting in combat, and I'll hear some chick screaming. It's like a female NPC, and I'm like, what the fuck is this hoe gonna do to me? Like really? Come on. Like, come on.
Damn.
Gotham Knights is also limited to 30 FPS on consoles. There's not going to be a performance mode for it. Yeah, the PC version, like I said, there are crashes with it. It's kind of an awful experience. The crashes have gotten better.
It's just what they updated to make the changes.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't forgive this game. It's a launch day and everything, but this is a $60 title. If you get the deluxe edition for $20 more, or buy the $25 deluxe package later, all you get are additional skins. One of the skin sets you get when you complete the game, anyways, and you get some upgraded gear that you can start from the very beginning of the game with. I don't see how that's worth $20 fucking dollars. The game also, I think, used to have some sort of loot box component behind it, because there's this weird RPG element for like gear in the game. I think it really holds the game back. I think it's a terrible fucking addition to the game. I think the idea of like transmogging gear and putting together like different sets and collecting that would have been just fine. The combat in Arkham is like night and day. Arkham is just way better at how they handle their combat. This game isn't as bad. It's just it never reaches those heights of the Arkham game. And the thing is, it's so similar to it that it's impossible not to make the comparison. What else? Yeah. Gotham itself also, like Gotham in the Arkham City and Arkham Knight is incredible, right? It's beautiful to fucking look at. In Gotham Knights, it's okay. It looks like it could be any city. Like in Arkham, it had its own identity. In this game, it's like it's just there. It just exists, which is pretty bad. That's an awful way of doing it. I like the Court of Owls though. They're a great Batman villain. So seeing them in the game, I thought is great. I think the game's got like it's a mixed bag. Okay, it's like a huge mixed bag, right? You have this really stupid decision with the gearing. You have this horrible decision to lock the character's traversal, right? Because each of the characters has a unique travel ability, right? Red Hood has a spirit jump, okay? Batgirl can do the glide like Batman in the Arkham games. Tim Drake, Robin, can teleport, and Nightwing has like a little jet glider. I don't understand Nightwings. It seems really off character, but anyways. You have to unlock those by defeating 3 mini bosses and stopping 10 premeditated crimes on the map. But you have to do it on each fucking character. That's stupid. That's beyond stupid.
That sounds like a task.
It's a fucking grind. That's all it is. It's a fucking grind. This game's got a ton of grindy elements to it. I'm almost done with it. I think like level 30 is where you need to be at, so the gear caps out. But yeah, no, wow. I have fun playing it. I do. But yeah, no, like there are some terrible decisions like that in this game. There are some really stupid decisions with the characters in the game too. And yeah, I think there's a little bit of the what do you want to call it? The progressive agenda. You can tell. You can, like, I'm not kidding. When like you play the Arkham games and like everybody on the street is a dude. In this game, it's like it's majority chicks. And it's like, why? Like, why would a gang of fucking criminals have a bunch of chicks rolling with them? Like, I'm sorry, it's not a threat. It's just not.
Those should be men, sir.
They should be. Okay, all right. Let's end the stream by talking about my favorite streamer.
Who's that?
Oh, you don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark.
Oh.
God, he let himself go.
What?
Yeah, he really did.
I'm talking about Hassan.
Okay. We're talking about.
No, I know. I'm just saying in that clip.
Quick question, Redsky. Would you actually dig Hassan back then?
No.
I don't think anyone would.
For you.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too thick. Okay. Ethan Klein got suspended because he got all pissy with Ben Shapiro and said Ben Shapiro was, supporting white supremacists, all this shit, right? And said that these people will bring on like the second Holocaust, and then said that he and the thing is, that's totally okay to say, right? On YouTube, you're allowed to say these people want to start another Holocaust. It might not be like correct, truthful, or even tactful to say it, but YouTube doesn't take issues with that, to my knowledge. What they took issues with was Ethan Klein saying that he wanted Ben to be the first one to get gassed.
Oh,
That's
no, definitely not.
No,
Yeah.
he said he hopes he gets gassed first, and like that crosses a real fucking line with YouTube.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, I disagree with the policy. Right? I think it's a dumb policy. I think that it's really stupid. I think people say things in the heat of the moment. And I don't think you should lose your entire channel. I don't think you should be suspended. I think that, for the most part, people should be allowed to say what they want to fucking say. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Ethan Klein has celebrated other people getting banned, though, for what they've said. So I look at this and I'm like, why? I don't fucking care. Good fucking riddance. Live by your fucking rules. What's he doing instead? But this is how he's been behaving, though.
Yeah, he made a giant ass tweet thread about it.
Well,
all I can say about that is nobody cares.
Well,
I mean,
here's the thread. He never actually says what he said about Ben Shapiro. Instead, first off, Ben Shapiro said he shouldn't be suspended. He said it on his own show that Ethan Klein shouldn't be suspended. He said it on Twitter too, but Ethan Klein immediately ran in to blame Ben Shapiro for him being suspended. And I'm like, no,
no, you did that to yourself. What you?
Yeah, he even called Ben Shapiro a white supremacist.
His own producers cut him as he was talking, put him back on, and he said it again. It's like, dude, his own people knew what he was saying was going too far. So I look at it and you get suspended. It's like, apologize, right? Apologize, say you went too far, but you didn't mean it. It's a joke, right? And just do that. No, what's he do? He goes well, he deserves it.
Isn't Ethan Klein Jewish?
Yeah, they're both Jewish. That's the funny thing.
I think that's so poetic.
Yeah, he's got a dual citizenship for both here and Israel.
Yeah. They're both Jewish, which I find the funny part to be.
You can basically see.
And with this Twitter thread, the Jewish civil war has begun.
Well, look, the thing is, Ben Shapiro, I've watched his show. My mom loves his show. Ben Shapiro will go on to talk about all of the Jewish holidays, what they mean, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
You
don't
actually
mention his hot sister to him.
Yeah, right. But it's if anybody helps further along the Jewish faith, it's Ben fucking Shapiro.
Shit. I mean, the man's maybe conservative. At the end of the day, he's still fucking Jewish. A lot, I'm pretty sure a majority of them act.
I mean, here's the funny thing, the Jewish or politics in Israel is closer to Ben Shapiro than it is Ethan Klein.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
Well, the thing is,
Ethan Klein's a disingenuous hack.
This story went around a bunch of Jewish press, right? The Jerusalem Post, for instance, they picked up on the story because
they actually did. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, it's probably not white supremacist. No shit, it's probably a Jewish person who heard it and decided to report it because, bro, nobody is okay with that. And the thing is, me personally, I'm not okay with it, but I also don't think he should be suspended. The thing is, Ethan Klein, when he advocates for other people to get banned for violating
let's be honest,
TOS,
if Keemstar was to say something like that, Ethan Klein would be the first one calling for a deplatforming or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, he's made a content nuke for less.
That's the thing. He made the content nuke on Keemstar. He went after Keemstar's sponsors as well. He doesn't have a leg to stand on this one. Just say that you were wrong and move on. But he can't do it. He can't do it. He has to be right. He has to win.
Because he's too prideful for that.
Well, yeah, but because of that, he's just pissing and moaning on Twitter about the ban. I'm like, you've earned it though. You deserve it. This is the whole thing, the Kanye thing. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's the Kanye thing.
My thing is Ben Shapiro when Donald Trump was running, became like the #1 target for the alt-right. Like, according to the ADL, Ben Shapiro was the #1 person that they were targeting. Now you have Ethan Klein, who's basically like, oh no, the white supremacists love Ben Shapiro. They love Ben Shapiro. And they hate me. They hate the fact that I said I'm like, no, like the white supremacists are in full agreement with Ethan Klein. They also want to make sure Ben Shapiro is the first one they throw into a gas chamber, because that's what they want to do to the openly conservative Jewish guy. They hate him. They hate him because, again, he passes on the Jewish faith on top of everything else. He has this huge platform to do it from. Ethan Klein, like, sitting there saying this nasty things about him, they get off on that shit. They sit there and they go like, look, even another Jew hates him. Like, fuck, man. I'm not, like, dude, the way that, like, come on, white supremacists, come on. Not that fucking hard.
This is the thing with Ethan Klein and his ilk. They've basically made anything that you say facetiously into being a thought crime. And he's just, well, I didn't mean it, guys. Like, yeah, we've been saying that for years when we've made offhanded comments, and yet you've cheered for it. Like, for us to be deplatformed and whatnot. It's so dumb.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You can't celebrate this behavior, like, and say that you want other people to get banned for the things that they've said on the platform, and then violate the TOS in such an extreme way that even your own people knew was a violation. Like, I don't agree with it, but until this dude wants to come out and say, hey, we shouldn't, like, suspend people for the things that they say on YouTube, I'm not going to sit here and care that he got fucking suspended. He deserves it.
If Ethan Klein was like any sort of a comedian, he would actually try to make a joke, like say, oh, I don't know, Ben Shapiro should be first in line for the new Holocauster ride or something.
Something, but he doesn't have the brain capacity for it.
I mean, those antidepressants must be really killing his thoughts then.
I guess. All right, guys, that's it for the stream tonight. A little bit shorter, but I'll try to be back here Wednesday. Same great time, same great channel. Probably a different network, though. Who knows? I'm getting in a lot of trouble with YouTube lately.
Oh, really? For what?
The other channel just got a strike on it. I'll tell you guys about it later.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Wednesday.